What's going on? Caleb here. I'm back again for another Better Unsepisode. And there's a couple things that I want to talk about. This is also the first time I'm going to be doing this while live as well. So we'll see how that goes. And I think I mentioned in the last one that doing these are really weird. Like talking to a camera is a very unnatural thing. And I'm not the most well-spoken person, so this is a little bit different than other YouTube videos you might see. I think the point of me doing these is I just want to be as real as possible and really show you guys the inside of what it's like to be chasing something and to pursue a goal or a dream, whatever it is, whatever you may have. Doesn't have to be music related, although that's what mine is personally. But yeah, I mean, my week was pretty cool. Last week I had a show for my friend Max. He's got a brain injury foundation where he raises money to help people with TBIs. He had a TBI himself a few years ago, got into a bad accident when he was riding his dirt bike in the neighborhoods, and it was bad. It was devastating. Thankfully, he pulled through. He spent a lot of time in the hospital, but now he's raising money and raising awareness for other people who are going through similar things because the medical bills are insane. Like, it can really ruin a family's life to have someone affected by such a horrible accident, and it can put them in medical debt for a really long time, if not ever. So, really cool what he's been doing. I'm super appreciative to have had the opportunity to do that show with him. So, along with a couple other people, Ryan Allen, Isaac Ferraro, a couple great really talented people. But I felt inspired today to do another one of these because I was listening to some podcasts. I love listening to podcasts, whether it's just stupid entertainment or self-development or whatever it may be. But it just had me thinking about uncontrollables in areas where we can really feel like we're wasting time, especially as people who are like chasing a dream or some kind of goal. It's really easy to get down on yourself when you're not putting in work 24/7, because when you have something that you're pursuing, there's nobody telling you that you need to be pursuing it, you know? It's all on you. So the amount of work that you put in is essentially what's going to be coming back and what's reciprocated as far as progress and success. So it's really easy in times where you feel tired and burnt out to have horrible self-talk and be like, man, I'm a piece of shit. Like, I'm not putting in the work. I'm not doing things right. I'm giving up on myself in times where I'm not working as hard as I think I should be. And I think it's really important just to be realistic with your day-to-day life and stay on the path that you are able to walk, because a lot of videos and information that we consume is like work all the time, don't take any breaks. Any crack that you have in your day, you should spend, who knows, on Instagram making connections or writing songs if that's what you choose to do, or something that is in the realm of your dream, your aspiration. Like, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. And there are people like that. There are definitely crazy people that just have this unsatiable drive to constantly attack this thing in front of them, which is, I have a goal and I know what I need to do to get there, and I'm just gonna do it, and I'm never gonna take breaks, and I'm never gonna have free time, and I'm never gonna blah 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 blah. And for the majority of people, including myself, this is why I want to make this, because I am not a madman. Like, I'm not a crazy person that's going to, in like the 10 minutes I have sitting down after work, or, the time I have when I'm sitting on the toilet, like, sometimes I just want to, like, numb my mind. And that doesn't necessarily mean, like, get fucked up, but it just means, like, I don't want to think about work or stress about my aspirations. Like, sometimes you really just need to chill and reset. And it's a really good way to make yourself unhappy through the process if you think that you constantly have to be this, like, workhorse that doesn't stop moving. And of course, at the end of the day, it's about how bad you want this dream, but I think it's really important to remind myself, and I think it's important to remind yourselves, that it's like, yo, I still need to be happy throughout the day. And if I work myself to death and make myself not be happy, then what is the fucking point? Like, I kind of realized, like, with dopamine, imagine this, okay? You're really looking for something that I like in my life is, or really want to achieve is, I want to make a full-time living off of my music, right? Or sorry, maybe this is a bad example. Say there's a tournament, okay? Say I love golf, okay? And I want to win a golf tournament, even though that might not ever happen. But I love golf and I want to compete. It's just like a side thing. And, you work, and you're, like, thinking of this goal, this very, like, very tangible goal that is very one-dimensional in the sense that, like, you get first place, you win, and then that's it. And then it's like this is the whole, like, Scotty Scheffler thing. Like, you win a golf tournament and you get 5 minutes maybe of, like, really enjoying that moment, and then it's like you're on to the next thing. So exactly what he was saying in this, like, interview clip that went viral earlier this year, when you put so much emphasis on only being happy if you achieve the one thing, then one, you're never going to be happy leading up to that one thing while you're, like, in the dirt, while you're working for it. And when it happens, you're only going to be happy for a couple minutes until it's over, and you got to start thinking about the next thing. So how this relates, like, in the music world or whatever world you're in, you really need to find happiness while you're doing it. Like, while you're doing the shit, the hard stuff, while your face is in the mud. And it's definitely a hard thing to think about and to actually achieve, but if you don't, you're going to be miserable. And if you only put, like, so much emphasis on being happy if you achieve the final result, like, you're going to be burnt out so much quicker than if you just allow yourself to do what you can do during the day and let it be what it is. If I am working from 9 to 5, say, like, I do, like, framing and carpentry shit during the day. If I'm working from 9 to 5 and I drive home and I gotta, walk my dog, take care of him, do laundry, clean up the house, whatever it is, do dishes, make myself dinner, I'm only gonna have a few hours at night until it's 10, 11 o'clock, and I gotta go to bed to wake up for the next day. So if you're putting so much emphasis on, in all the spare cracks of my time, like, I need to be doing something, I need to be working, I need to be this workhorse, like, you're just gonna be miserable. So something that I'm trying to do is, okay, like, if I have 3 hours at night to focus on what I want to focus on and pursue my goals, and whether it's writing songs or making a video or posting on social media, anything that has to do with trying to get to this goal, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to commit to those 3 hours, and that's that. And if you want to be happy throughout the process before you achieve that end goal, you need to be okay with doing what you can do and just calling it. Like, I don't I used to, but I don't subscribe to this fact anymore that you have to constantly be doing shit, because it's not realistic for most people. Some people, sure, some people can do that. I'm not that person. Like, I want to be happy for my whole life. I don't want to set this expectation that once I achieve this one thing, then I can allow myself to be happy. Cuz that's bullshit. Okay? Like, there's no way to live your life if we only get one of these. That's life. If you believe that, some people believe you get whatever. If we're in the belief that we are living this one life, then why not just try to be happy throughout the whole thing? Right? Like, why not enjoy the process? Because one day we're going to look back on these parts and be like, wow, maybe it takes half your life to achieve a goal. Like, do you really want to look back on your life and think, wow, I was miserable for half of my life, and maybe now I can be happy because now I'm making a full-time living from my art and my creativity, and or whatever it is. I'm making a full-time living from selling shit, whatever you want to do. I guess you could do that, and that's a cool life at the end of the day, but that's not how I want to live, and I don't think that's how most people want to live either. I think most people want to be happy, even in the beginning, even when they're trying to figure shit out. So, just don't put so much emphasis on having to achieve this one thing at the end of your life to be happy. Like, just love what you do and accept the fact that you can only do what you can do. I think that's a cool way to live, and I'm gonna start trying to live my life that way. Like, if I only have 2 hours today to write a song or to come up with some social media content, then that's what I'm gonna do. And if I spend those 2 hours with my full attention and full focus doing those things, boom, then that's a success. That is a successful day. If you do what you say you're gonna do, that is a successful day. What's not cool is if you lie to yourself and you say, okay, I have 2 hours tonight to work on myself and work towards my goals, and then you end up doom scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or whatever is distracting you in your life. I think that's what is distracting most people. And thank you for the people who are live on here. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be on social media, but you just have to check yourself. Like, how long have I been on here? And what have I done for myself today? Because I'll go onto Instagram or to TikTok to post something or to respond to, comments or messages. And as soon as you open up the app, it's like, boom, something's in your face that's going to pull you in, right? Like, for me, as soon as I open up Instagram, boom, it's Tiger Woods at the 2007 President's Cup, hitting that shot where he's like, oh shit, where he's like, he hits that shit and he spins his club and he's like walking after it like, yeah, I'm the fucking GOAT. Like, that's cool. And if I get sucked into that, I'm going to be scrolling and watching golf videos for 30 minutes, and I'm not even going to realize 30 minutes have gone by. So that's what I'm trying to get at, is if you say, I have these 2 hours to get done what I want to get done for myself, if you do have to spend most of your day doing stuff for other people, which is most of us, like that's what I have to do. I work most of my day 6 to 8 hours working for someone else, and then that time that I have at the end, like, has to be for me. No matter how much time you set for yourself, like, if you say you're gonna do it, just try your best to stay focused. And if that means, like, putting your phone away while you do it, then put your phone away. If that means I don't know, that's the real thing that gets me. So that's all I can think of is when I open up my phone and get distracted, like, right off rip. It sucks, and it's an unfortunate thing, but obviously, like, we are really blessed to be living in the time that we're living in, where we have these cool, amazing technologies like phones and social media is not a bad thing. I'm not villainizing it by any means. Like it's really awesome that we can see news from different parts of the world, and we can get all these videos that people make that are really positive and that we can learn from, whether it's self-development or about health or about sports that we're interested in or music production. Like that's a really good thing, but we just have to be responsible with the fact that with everything there is a push and a pull. There is always two sides of everything. That's a positive and a negative, and it's really easy to get sucked into the negatives of some things if we let them. But we don't have to let them. Like it's our choice at the end of the day. We just have to be self-aware enough to know that it's our choice, because these things are designed where sometimes we don't know that we're being affected by the negative of them, like social media. So yeah, it's just really important, like to just stay consistent and to just not to lie to ourselves. And that, like, this is the real thing that I struggle with, is just staying focused and not lying to myself, because I can get caught up with lying to myself, and that's really what's going to be the detriment of us and what can really dictate us being happy versus unhappy. And so like I'm saying, if you do what you say you're going to do for that day, be proud of yourself. Like, you didn't have to do anything today. Okay, if you went out and you worked and you made your money to pay your bills and you came back and you didn't do shit else, I guess it depends, what your goals are, if you even have any. If you don't have any goals, then I guess that's a day well spent. But if you're someone with goals and you want to eventually have a business of your own and work for yourself and be able to make money and pay your bills without having to give your time to other people in a 9-to-5 sense, then you need to be allocating time to work on those goals. And I'm not saying that, like, you can achieve things without working hard. Like, you definitely still have to work hard, and you have to be consistent. That's the word, is consistency, really. Like, you just have to find the time, dedicate the time of the day that you can, whether it's, if all you have is 30 minutes, then all you have is 30 minutes, and you can't be mad at yourself for that. Be honest with yourself. Like, do I really only have 30 minutes, or could I really do something for 2 hours? But, like, if you want to prioritize health and cook for yourself, like, that takes up 30 minutes to an hour just to make yourself a good meal. If you have animals and you gotta walk them, if you live in an apartment, if you don't have a backyard where you can just let them run, then there has to be time for that. And you just got to be real with yourself. Like, if I only have 2 hours, I only have 2 hours, and I'm going to be honest with myself and respect myself in the sense that I'm going to give those 2 hours my full dedication. And if you do that, then consider yourself successful, and you can allow yourself to be happy in those moments and say, hey, I did what I could today, and I'm proud of myself. Like, that is so important, because if you constantly shit on yourself and beat yourself up, sure, you could still, like, achieve your goals at the end of the day by doing that, but your quality of life, like, I just feel like if I do that and I constantly beat myself up, then I'm going to look back at the end of all this and regret it and say, wow, like, I really wish I stopped to smell the roses more. I really wish that I wasn't so hard on myself, because I didn't deserve that at the end of the day. We don't deserve that at the end of the day, to shit on ourselves when we're doing all that we can. And some weeks are going to be better than others. Some weeks you're going to be able to put in more time than not. So it's just finding that balance of knowing how much time you can allocate to yourself to work on what you want to work on, and how much time you don't have. And if you don't have as much time as you wish you would, all things considering, like, at the end of the day, like, you have to be honest with yourself with all this too. So knowing that we're being honest with ourselves with the time that we do have, just be consistent with it, and be honest with yourself. Okay, like that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So that's really what inspired me today and why I wanted to make this video, because I do feel like the internet paints this bullshit picture that you have to be a fucking workhorse and you have to just work yourself to death. And that's not cool. That's not realistic. That's not the dream. The dream is to do what you love to do and be happy, and being happy means you have to like allow yourself to be happy, because no one, it's just a mindset. Like no one can dictate your happiness for you. You know, that's all on you. So if you don't allow yourself to be happy because you are listening to someone online saying that you have to do everything you possibly can in every crack of your time, and you can't have any time to just sit down and fucking play a video game for 30 minutes, or you can't like allow yourself to get the proper sleep that you need, because if you know you need to be working until like 2-3 in the morning every night. Like I used to do that shit, but that shit got old quick. Like you start to maybe when you're younger, I don't know. I feel like I'm old now by saying like that shit's hard, but it is. Like it's tiring when you gotta wake up early. Like it's not healthy to be up until 2-3 in the morning working, and you're not gonna even be doing your best work if you're working yourself to exhaustion. Like take care of what you can take care of when you have the mental capacity to do so. Like, for example, my day today was, got to work at 9, I left at 4:30, and did some errands, like went to the bank and got like a case of water bottles, and came back, walked the dog, made myself dinner, did my laundry. I'm doing laundry right now. It's noisy. I don't know if this shit's picking it up. Maybe, because it's a fucking C414. This shit picks up everything. But I'm like, look, when it hits 7 o'clock, like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna load up this beat that I have, and I'm gonna write a hook, and you know, if I can throw down some verses, then if I feel inspired by the hook, then that's what I'm gonna do. And then by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, I'm gonna call it, because I value sleep. Like I think we should all value sleep at the end of the day. Like when 10 o'clock rolls around, I'm gonna wrap this shit up, close my project, walk the dog, and fucking watch a movie or something until I fall asleep, because that's what brings me happiness at the end of the day. Like I wanna enjoy the time that I have on this earth, and I don't want to look back and regret not allowing myself to be happy. So again, no one's making us work towards our own goals, only we are. And the work that you put in is the results that you will get out. This shit is gonna take a long time, and you just gotta be cool with it. Just be cool with it. I wrote down like a few notes of what I wanted to talk about, and that's about it. I'm practicing my rambles. I'm not much of a rambling man, but I do what I can. And like stuff like this, like it definitely makes me kind of anxious. And I'm thinking about like, okay, I'm gonna take a video of myself just talking about something I feel passionate about. And I don't necessarily think that being nervous about it is a reason enough to decide that maybe this isn't for me. Like, is it my number one choice to say like, oh, I can't wait to sit down and take a vlog style video and just talk to a camera for hopefully like 2 people to watch? Like I think I posted one of these and it probably has 0 views. Like let me see. I made the first one 6 views 3 weeks ago.
What's going on?
So like I'm obviously not doing this because I feel like a lot of people are going to watch, but I do feel like if someone watches and someone can gain something out of it, then that's a success. So that's reason enough for me to do it. And even though I don't feel like I'm necessarily someone that can ramble on forever or has a large vocabulary or can speak very eloquently. Like, I say like and I say and I repeat myself, and maybe I sound engaging or maybe I don't. I don't necessarily feel like I sound super engaging, but maybe somebody else does. I think the main reason for doing this is I just know that maybe this is like what I would have wanted, or the kind of video that I would want somebody to tell me. And I heard someone. I was listening to what's his name, Chris, who's the modern mindset guy talking, and yeah, he was just talking about this topic exactly. And I was like, damn, like this is what I needed. Like, I needed someone to say, like, yo, it's okay if you only have 2 hours during the day to work on yourself, and like you can let yourself feel happiness from that. Like, you don't have to be this crazy like David Goggins type where you're just fucking just taking like hitting yourself in the head with a brick over and over again to achieve a goal, and to just run yourself into the dirt, because it's not sustainable, and not everybody can do that. And I don't feel like I can or want to do that. You know, I still want to enjoy life. So I know if you're listening to this, if you're even if you've made it this far, then you're probably someone that wants to enjoy life while you're living it, and you want to feel happier than you probably are right now. So I just want to be real with y'all. I feel like a lot of people aren't real with us on the internet, and I spend a lot of my time looking up videos on YouTube. I mean, oh my god, especially when I first started, a lot of my searches were like, how to gain 1,000 fans in 30 days, how to be successful in the music industry, how to this, how to that. And it's so much easier. Things are so much easier said than done. Like, it's so easy to say, you gotta grind, you gotta work all the time, blah 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 blah. And it's like, man, I hear you, but I don't feel you. I hear you, but I do not feel you. But I feel this topic. I really do. Like, let's just be happy while we're here, and not let ourselves like think that we need to be something that we're not, because at the end of the day, like I've been saying, if all you have is 30 minutes to do what you got to do, and you only have 30 minutes to work towards your goals, let's just stay focused in those 30 minutes, call it after that, and just be happy and satisfied with what we did. You know what I mean? What do we got going on in this live here? I'm going live and I'm recording. I feel like a real internet G right now. Even though I can say that I feel like one and that I'm not at the same time. I feel like one, but I also don't feel like one. I just want to be real. You know, you don't have to be the best at anything. You just got to be real. Like, say what you want to say about Tucker Carlson, but I heard him say something that really resonated with me. It's like, the only things you got to do in life to really like to feel like a fulfilled and accomplished person is just love the people around you and treat them with respect and tell the truth. And as long as you're doing that, like, what else can you fucking do? Like, I'm just gonna tell the truth. This is the truth. I'm not gonna work my fucking ass off to the point where I'm not happy. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna work hard and I'm gonna try and get shit done, but I'm gonna do it at my pace and in my lane and on my path and not on somebody else's. Because maybe somebody else, like, and that's the other thing too, is like, you have no idea what kind of background these people have that are saying shit like, oh, like, you always gotta work, like, we have all the time in the world, blah blah blah. Like, maybe they got a lot of family money and they don't have to work, and they have all day, they have 8 hours a day just to work on themselves. That'd be great. Like, when I get to the point where my music business is self-sufficient and I can spend 8 hours a day on myself and then also have time to do laundry and dishes and take care of my dog, like, Not saying that I'm not happy now, but I will be really happy then. You know what I mean? But that's not the case right now. So I just gotta meet myself where I'm at and be happy with that. You know what I mean? Is Danny on this live right now? You know what I mean, Danny? You a real one. You my dog. So, I don't know what else to say. That's really all I want to talk about. So, rock on. People who are on the live, I appreciate you. I'm doing these better Unsepisodes. That's what this is. So, they're not regularly scheduled. I'm just kind of doing them whenever I feel inspired to. So I'll always be posting on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Better Unsaid, the A's a X, because some fucker has Better Unsaid. Just BETTERUNSAID. And I really need that. I really need that username because quick story, I got a vocal placement on a track with my boy Computer, who is on Subsidia Records, which is Excision's label, like dubstep, EDM, and I don't think this is his fault, but his team, when they dropped the song, like, they just looked at my Instagram and they decided to name me as the feature as Better Unsaid, but the A was an X. So now that shit doesn't pop up on my Spotify. The streams don't go to my Spotify. It doesn't show up with my monthly listeners. And it's like, oh, like, y'all could have sent me a DM. Like, y'all could have y'all could have just asked. But it is what it is. It's whatever. But yeah, I really need that name. Because the confusion sucks. So, what's this? I have a question. Bryson DeBogley. Do you believe in God? I believe that there is something. I don't know if that's like a God or if that's like a spirit in the sky or whatever God is perceived to be, but I definitely think there's something. I just don't know what it is. You know, like, there's got to be something tying all of this together, because this shit is way too complex. Like, life, and the fact that I can get a scrape on my elbow and that shit heals up, like, the fact that we have these digital recorders and that we have this technology and that, you know, you can take flint and steel and make a fire. Like, shit is so complex on a molecular and, like, chemical level that there's no way that this shit was just an accident. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. Yo! I don't know what that was, but I feel like royalty now. Appreciate you. Yeah, I get that. I hope you find him sooner or later. Cool, yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, I don't know if there's something, like, to find per se, but I definitely believe that there's, like, a reason that all this is happening. And I definitely am in the mindset where I'm not just going to waste the fact that I get to breathe this breath and, like, you know, drink this water, because the fact that this goes in my body and converts into some kind of energy or some, like, way that I can live and that all of us can live is crazy. So it's not to be wasted and not to be taken for granted, for sure. So whatever that is for, you know, whatever people believe, I think as I get older, I definitely understand, like, if you're someone that doesn't think there's a point to this life. What was that? I just got a mustache and a sombrero, yo. That's crazy. Dr. Giggles, you crazy. You crazy for that, Danny. I'm 26. I started making music when I was 19. Was I 19? Yeah, I was 19. So I've been doing this for about 7 years. And, yeah, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm doing what I can. And I think if you got a goal too, then... Yo, Danny, you're crazy. I swear to God. At least, like, I'm just thankful that that's all you can do is put a sombrero on me, because I know there's some shit that you would do to me that if you had the opportunity to, you would. Some crazy shit. No diddy. I know if TikTok would let you put a fucking strap on my face, then you would. So I appreciate TikTok for not giving you that opportunity. Regular music? What do you mean by regular music? I make alternative rock, pop music, hip hop, kind of a fusion of a lot of stuff. My new single is Waist Down. So if you go into Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to music, I'll pay cash for that. You know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But yeah, if you got dreams, if you got goals, just to wrap this shit up and take it home, because I want to write some music before 10 o'clock rolls around, because that's what I said I'd do. I say, yo, from 7 to 10, this is my time, and I'm going to stay focused. So to wrap this shit up, just don't lie to yourself. Stay consistent. When you tell yourself you're going to do something, do it, and that is happiness. Okay, happiness is not at the end of the rainbow. Happiness is the whole rainbow. So as long as you do what you tell yourself you're going to do for that day, that's a success. And over time, it's going to compound. Yes, I am from Detroit. You see that? Detroit! But I'm going to wrap up this YouTube recording.